Welcome to episode 91 of Regen Rovers, where today we're going to be taking on Bolton Wanderers in the League Cup and Shrewsbury Town in League 1. As you can see, it's been a pretty good start to this 10th season of Regen Rovers. And for the first time ever, we've managed to get through to the second round of the EFL Cup, which is why I was keen to show this match live to you guys. We've only played 4 games since that convincing 3-0 win against Gillingham. But it's been a very good start to the season, as you can see there. We've been a bit more comfortable at home compared to away from home. We have just lost our first game of the season away from home against Coventry. But overall, I'm very happy with the start to this season. I forgot to mention in episode 90 that we've kept the same shirts for this year, by the way. A lot of you guys like those designs, and it saves the fans money, doesn't it? They don't have to buy new shirts this year. But we will do a poll for Season 11, so if you'd like to send in your designs for Season 11, then you're welcome to do so. It's very much appreciated, all the help that you guys have been doing for this series, like creating logos, creating shirts. Really is brilliant that you guys are getting involved in that way. Anyway, let's show our recent results and show the goals just like usual. So, first round of the EFL Cup. I thought this is going to be a relatively easy tie. We've got Colchester United from League 2. We should be beating them. But you can see it was a right old struggle. They had 20 shots. We had 17. We had more chances than them. But it was an end-to-end game. I went attacking, thinking this would be the right thing to do. But I soon realised defensively, away from home, I think, in particular, it's a little bit of a struggle. You can see we picked up a couple injuries. Reece Walker and Lee Sivzelis. Reece Walker's actually out for 4 to 5 weeks. That's a bit of a blow. So Danny Byers had to come back into the team recently. We got off to a good start though in this game. Colin McGuigan, second goal in his second game for Regen Rovers. So brilliant start to his Regen Rovers career. There's a lovely ball from Francis Arthur Owusu as well to set that up. But they got back into the game and they actually went 2-1 up before half time. Fortunately, Craig Palmer equalised for us in the 51st minute. Tim Green playing instead of Stephen Dean today played a slightly weaker team because it's the League Cup. I thought we should be beating a League 2 team in Colchester United. We got there in the end, but it was a bit of a struggle. Francis Arthur Owusu did put us 3-2 up temporarily. It wasn't for long. McGuigan this time, lovely little ball through, and Arthur Owusu powered it home. Probably the best goal of the day from him. Cracking strike for his first goal of the season. But once again, they got back into it. 3-3 from Gary Tennant. However, extra time. This would have been a great game to show live, wouldn't it? But you don't always know, do you? It's just the way it goes. This was the winning goal. 106th minute. Palmer with the assist. Arthur Owusu with his second of the day. And we won 4-3. And then another goal-heavy game away from home against Doncaster Rovers. I've discovered that we are going to concede goals still. Whether it be my defence or just away from home, if I go attacking, we're more susceptible. I guess we'll have to find out. Francis Arthur Owusu did actually miss a penalty, but he got the rebound in, so that was fortunate. But we opened the scoring through Danny By. Mohamed Garbutt with the free kick. Brilliant header from Danny By coming in for the injured Reece Walker. The captain scored his first goal for couple years. I don't think he scored last season, if we just have a quick look. Oh, he did score last season. He scored 1 goal last season, so he's got 1 goal. I think he's scored every season for us. Wait, let's have a look again. He scored 2 goals in the first season. He didn't score in the second season, but every other season he has managed to score a goal, which is pretty impressive from a centre-back. Paul Mohamed terrorised us. They managed to get back into the game after this goal from Francis Arthur Owusu, his 3rd of the season, but his penalty was poor, which is fortunate. He really followed through with that, didn't he? Smashed it into the back of the net from 3 yards out. But like I said, Paul Mohamed just terrorised us, managed to get 2 goals back, and Larry Udder came on to get the winning goal. He's back from injury and he scored a crucial goal. Garber with another assist, and Udder, via a deflection, managed to get the winning goal. And we held on. I went defensive. We had 2 up front. I pulled Luke Holland into defensive midfield and it did the job. Back to the Regen Rovers Stadium then, and a much more sensible game. We managed to win 1-0 thanks to a Craig Palmer goal, but Gerard Fisher had an awful game in the Colchester match, and I had to sub him off. But second man of the match performance from him against Wycombe Wanderers here. This was the winning goal then. Mohamed Garba coming forwards, chipping it into Arthur Owusu, who found Palmer and who found the back of the net and ran over to the snake pit. Look at this. Look how perilous that is, that drop. This guy surely is going to fall over and break his neck one day. We're going to have a big compensation payout, aren't we? Unfortunately, we did lose away from home against Coventry City, our first loss of the season. This was the winning goal from Coventry. They were just the better team, to be honest. We did have the only clear-cut chance of the game, but they created half chances. They had possession. They had more shots. They were just better, and I might need to rethink our away tactic if I want. I mean, this could be the way forwards, but I don't know. I suppose that would be the sensible thing to do. But today we're at home. We are against higher opposition, but I'm going to stick with the attacking tactic, and I have changed it up slightly. We're keeping Fuat Kachar in goal because Zelis, unfortunately, did concede 4 goals in the game he did play. Stephen Dean stays at right back. Fisher and Bai are now our centre-back partnership. Jonathan Edwards would like to be a first-team player. Maybe I should give him an opportunity. But Reece Walker will be coming back in a couple of weeks. Michael Jenkinson is back at left-back for his first time since that awful debut from him. A red card, 5.9. But Booty hasn't been that great either at left-back. So 6.63 performance from 4 games. He's actually got okay morale. So Jenkinson, I'm giving him another chance. He comes into left-back. Now in the middle, I'm not sure what the best option is right in the middle. Holland hasn't put in the best performances when I've played in there. Murray's been okay, but once again not brilliant. But I'm going with Paddy Murray, we're going with Dibber, and Mohamed Garba has been brilliant. He's got 3 assists already. A strong average rating on his return to the club, which is really good to see. Diaz, unfortunately, hasn't really performed in the few games he's played this season. Up front then, we're going with McGuigan on the right hand side in his more natural advanced forward role. Arthur Owusu's been fantastic as the target man in the middle. And Spencer Drury's back from injury. He did play against Coventry, but it wasn't a successful day for him. Maybe it can be today in the League Cup. Here we go then, they're going with a much more sensible tactic, 4-4-1-1. It's certainly going to be tough, this game. I haven't signed anyone since the last episode, by the way. I've been, of course, looking out to try and improve the team, but we've got a large squad now. A lot of the first team players are having to play in the under-21s. Under-23s, sorry, as it is now. Why am I going in hard on the wingers? That's probably not a good idea with my record of fullbacks. Let's just go back to normal. We're going to attack. We're at home. We've been successful at home by going attacking. Let's do this. There's me in my big green trench coat, shaking hands with the Bolton Wanderers manager, and the players are about to walk out our luminous green tunnel. Lots of fans here, not as many as I would have hoped, but there we go. I suppose it's the League Cup. Not everyone turns up for these matches. I find the League Cup can have more exciting games than the FA Cup these days. There's a lot of goals involved if you look in recent years at League Cup games. I'm talking about real life, not on the game. We've not been very successful in this competition, but FA Cup wise, we've done pretty well, haven't we, overall? As Bolton come forwards looking for a goal early on, and they get it at the near post. Poor defending from us, but Seth Bull, that's his 7th goal of the season already. Well, we're going to have to stop him. Can we get back into this game then? Here's McGuigan. Back to Mohamed Garba, who's had a great season so far. It's into Spencer Drury looking for his first goal of the season. Now he's back from injury. Let's hope he can turn it on. Dibber into McGuigan. Arthur Owusu. That is a pathetic finish, I must say. He was through there and he placed it wide of the post. Not what we want from him. And it's not been our day at all. 6.2 from him. I'm going to take him off for Larry Uda. On he comes. He actually prefers to play as an advanced forward, does good old Larry Uda. Paddy Murray's on a yellow. Going to take him off. Making a couple changes at half time. We're just having to be a little bit more drastic. Let's hit early crosses into the box. Start the second half. Here come Bolton early on, but Fisher steps in. And Dibber can't catch that. Can we get back into this? There's been hardly any shots in this match so far. But we're 1-0 down as... Good defending there, actually. And Kachar smashes it out the pitch. Drury can't win the header, but Dibber into Uda. Uda, Spencer Drury. Oh, it's What's happened there? I don't know. It was back to old Spencer Drury. I think it hit a defender and went wide. And that was a glorious opportunity. Second clear-cut chance of the game. And Spencer Drury couldn't take it. But here he is, losing the ball again because he can't dribble. Maybe I should tell him to stop running with the ball. That probably would be a sensible thing to do. I don't think it's going to be our day. I'm going to take him off, in fact. We're going to bring on Craig Palm. I'm going to swap him with McGuigan. Perhaps Spencer Drury's one-hit wonder. Well, he scored goals every season, but that was his most successful season last year by a long way, wasn't it? Let's look for overlap this time. Whip the crosses in. Let's try something a bit different. We know we especially know Dean can do quite well. Let's exploit the right flank. We've been the better team on paper, but football's not played on paper. And Stephen Dean is having a right old scrap, but he manages to win the ball. But oh, here's Garber. Garber steps in. It's into McGuigan. He can't dribble either, but he's managed to find Palmer just about over there, but he's not been able to hold on to the ball. However, in comes Fisher to collect. Now we can hopefully get some possession. Except I've told my players to pump it, of course. Here's McGuigan running through. That was pathetic as well. What are we doing in front of goal today? This is ridiculous. All the shots have been useless. Been clinical up to this point in the season, apart from the last game. And suddenly we just fall apart. Garber's going to drop in there. In fact, we're going to play two advanced forwards. And Palmer will play as deep lying forward. Attack. This is annoying. There we go. Okay, a few changes made for the last 15 minutes. Can we get back into this game? Stephen Dean into Dibber. Good ball in. Oh, it's an open goal for McGuigan. He gets it. We're back in the game. It's his third goal of the season. We're going to push forward for a winner because we've been the better team today. Let's go for this. Finally, a goal. Dibber just walloped it into the box. It caused problems for the defenders and the goalkeeper who came out. And on the volley, Colin finds the back of the net. However, Bolton straight away on the attack, and we are in quite an overload attacking formation right now. And will they punish us for it? I think they will. Oh, no! Wow. Fuat Kachar catches the ball quite easily. But here come Bolton again, looking for the winner. It looks dangerous. It's wide. It's headed wide. And I think we might just go to counter for the time being as they push forwards. Let's hit them on the break. I'll keep Garber just behind the striker though. However, oh, maybe not. I was going to say it looked like it was going to go to extra time, but there's still a minute and a half to be played of the full 90. And McGuigan is through here. What's he going to... Oh, he should have passed it really, shouldn't he? Cut inside on his left foot. And it was a pretty pathetic effort. We should have won this. We've had 3 clear-cut chances. They've had 2. As that's a pretty awful cross on Bolton Wanderers. And this surely is going to extra time now. We're going to have a knackered team for the league game against Shrewsbury. Full-time whistle's going to be blown any second now. Surely. That's it. It's going to extra time. Again. And my team is knackered. I'm going to say 1 goal. Keep going up there and you can still win tonight. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to drop Garber back, but Holland's going to go into defensive midfield there. Garber will play there. Dibber will play as a box-to-box midfielder. And we're going to retain possession. That has kind of worked quite well this season, so I'm going to try that. Hold on to the ball. Let's just... We're obviously running out of legs, so hitting it long and relying on our half-destroyed players to try and run after it isn't going to work. So let's try something a little bit different. Not working at the moment, though. Maybe I would be better off just going route 1. It's a corner to Bolton. It's crossed in. Headed away brilliantly by Fisher. But Bolton back on the ball. Can Danny White put a tackle in here? No, he can't. Can someone else put a tackle in? We're not closing down. Stephen Dean, get out wide. He does well to head the ball away instead. It's It's 2-1 to Bolton Wanderers. Fuat Kachar came for it and was in no man's land. Stephen Dean did well to head it away initially, but look at this. Where is he going? He's not going to win that with his pink rubber gloves on. And we're going to have to just go route 1 now, I think. We're crashing out of the League Cup with a knackered team. Okay, guys. We'll go back to doing this then. Route 1, it is. Up to the 3 strikers. Come on, guys, please. 15 minutes to take it to penalties. Here's Stephen Dean charging forwards. I think it's probably going to be the end of a highlight. It is. I thought I had it on overload. I've got it on bloody counter. Here's Holland. What is he doing? What a save by Cacciado. Where are all my players dead? Garber's on 42%, and this is the final whistle. We're out. Nothing happened. We were the better team, I think, in the 90-minute period, but extra time destroyed us. And we were unlucky, I suppose, in the end. Second loss in a row, and we have crashed out of the League Cup once again. The under-23s continue to destroy teams. It's just standard stuff from us. We're playing against teams that are way below our level. They're a National League South side or a National League side. So we're expected to thrash them. And you can see, look at this, Lee Orford, 4 assists. That is incredibly impressive from him. I might as well loan Miguel out, to be honest, because he's not going to be a first team player here. There's a couple teams that want him. Dorchester or Hampton and Richmond. They both play him as a first team player. Might as well accept both and see what he says. Shrewsbury Town then, and I'm going to make a change. I've already made it, in fact. I've brought Palmer in for Spencer Drury. Spencer Drury in his 2 games so far this season has not really impressed me. Palmer's going to the right side of attack, and I'm going to praise his conduct, because this helps morale. It's a little trick I learned from Fox in the Box. If you haven't watched him, go and check out some of his recent videos. They're quite useful, actually. And I'd never really thought about, praising conduct, but it really helps morale. So if you've got players in the team that have lower morale, it more often than not really helps when you give them a little bit of a boost. Even Gerard Fisher, despite having a couple decent games this season, has got only okay morale, but that's helped him. We'll do the same for Spencer Drury, of course, as well. And Luke Holland, who's lost his hair. He's had such an average start to the season. What's happened to him? Poor guy. Reaches the age of 20, suddenly it just falls off. Probably could do with shaving the sides as well, though, my friend. We're going to stick with Jenkinson at left back, though. Yeah, Jenkinson by Fisher, Dean, Dibber, Murray, Garber, McGuigan, Arthur Owusu and Palmer. So those are the front 3 that worked so well for the first few games of the season. I've got to stick with it. Spencer Drury has to earn his place back in the team. Had an untimely injury, and now he's struggling a little bit. Here we go then. Of course, Shrewsbury are favourites for this. They did actually spend a bit of money in pre-season, so they've got a quite strong side. This is their key player, Mark Brownlee, who looks very, very good. 17 finishing, off the ball 15. How the hell did they get him? They got him on a free from Barnsley. He must have improved brilliantly since leaving Barnsley, because look at him, he's cracking play. So we're going to have to watch out for him, that's for sure. They're going with a classic formation there. Maybe one day I will play that sort of formation, 1 up front, not relying on my strikers to bang in the goals. But that's what we know best at Regen Rovers. I've got to do opposition, position. We will mark this guy and basically try and hack his legs off to stop him causing any sort of problems to us. Okay, let's get on with this. Oh, my back's sore. Here we go. Don't know what that was. A big intake of breath. We're going attacking. It's worked well at home so far. I don't know what has suddenly happened to the morale of all the players. That's a bit annoying. Okay, let's give them a little bit of a team talk. In fact, passionate, encourage. Here's Stephen Dean lumping it up to Arthur Owusu. Murray wins the ball, but it's back to Stephen Dean, who does well. Patrick Dibber, Mohamed Garber, Dean. Adventurous ball forwards. The keeper's coming for it, and he did well there, because now Shrewsbury are on the ball looking dangerous, and Stephen Dean does well again. He's just such a great player, isn't he? This is where he cocks up. It's going to happen now, I've just said it. Ball, yeah, no one at the back post. Stephen Dean, where were you? But he recovers to put it behind for a corner. Did rely on Kachar there a bit, didn't we? That was a clear-cut chance. As we head the corner away, can Dibber counter now? It's a long ball up to McGuigan, and that's of course the end of the highlight, just as it looks like we're going to have an attack. Here's Arthur Owusu all the way back in his own half. Dibber comes in. Patrick Dibber Craig Palmer, lovely ball to McGuigan. What's he going to do? Colin McGuigan loses the ball because he can't dribble. I need to turn that off. Don't run with the ball. Here's Patrick Dibber. Lovely ball to Stephen Dean. Oh, what a goal. Brilliant. That's like his first outfield. His first goal from play rather than from a free kick. Ah, great stuff. Lovely ball. Brilliant vision from Dibber. But look at this. Great finish from Stephen Dean to put us 1-0 up. And we're going to push forwards and try and get a second goal. Mohamed Garber into McGuigan. He's lost the ball again. Oh, just get rid of the ball. Pass it, for goodness sakes. Stephen Dean does well. But Shrewsbury back on the ball. They seem to be keeping hold of the ball well until that time, because McGuigan's now through with the pace. And the finish not... No, he's not having the best day, is he? Poor old McGuigan. I'm going to swap him with Craig Palmer. In fact, we'll play Palmer as the target man, which doesn't really make much sense. But Arthur Owusu is a good poacher. We'll just swap them round. We should be more than 1-0 up here, in my eyes. Dean into McGuigan, playing in the advanced forward role now. But Stephen Dean actually loses the ball there. And Smith is through. This looks dangerous. It's a great save from Fuat Kachar, but there's still an opportunity here for Shrewsbury, and that's in the back of the net from Smith. 1-1. It was coming, to be fair. They've been good going forwards. Probably should be something like 2-2 at half-time, really. As Patrick Dibber picks up a yellow card just before the half-time whistle. What do I say to make the guys happy? Keep going out there and you can win today. Something like that. And I've motivated the strikers. McGuigan's not having a good day, but I'll keep him on for the time being. In fact, Palmer will go as the poacher. Arthur Owusu is the target. I'll swap them around again. I'm just fiddling way too much, I know, but it might confuse the defenders. Shrewsbury have a free kick, but they're dancing around the ball there, and Shrewsbury still have it somehow. Come on, guys, get in there, win it back. Up to the strikers. We know how deadly they can be. Not today, unfortunately, but we know they can be deadly. But this is an opportunity for Shrewsbury. It's a goal for Smith again. And we're 2-1 down. It's not our day. This guy's been punishing us as well. Lee Smith. I think we're going to have to take McGuigan off, aren't we? Because it's just not been his day at all. Spencer Drury's going to come on. Palmer will go back to his usual position. Jenkinson's being a little bit lackadaisical at left back. Fisher's not having a good game in defence. Basically, the defence are just all over the place today. Will it be a second loss today in this episode? We had such a great start to the season. It just raised my hopes so much. But suddenly we've come crashing back down to earth. And it could be our third defeat in a row as well, as Murray does well. But, oh, he's done well again. It's through to Spencer Drury. He's got the pace. Can he get his first goal of the season? No. What's happened to my strikers all of a sudden? First 4 games of the season, we were destroying teams. Suddenly, they've just stopped being able to put the ball in the back of the net, which is the most crucial thing about football. I'm going to bring Arthur Owusu off as well. Perhaps we should just go back to Dupp. Dupp it is, up front. Let's cause some problems now. Come on. Spencer Drury, Uda and Palmer to get us back into this game. Come on, lads. Team talk. Push forwards. It's not happening for us today, is it? It's just one of those days. Dibber's going to come off for Diaz. And I'm going to play Garber as advanced playmaker. In fact, let's do the same thing as we did against Bolton. We're going to go overload with 12 minutes to go. It's a brave move. Okay, 9 minutes to go. We've got a highlight. Spencer Drury, come on! It's in the back of the net, but it's a complete fluke. It's an own goal. But our strikers still can't score. But we're back in the game, and we're going to have to... We'll go back to the usual formation here. Turn it down a bit of a notch. We'll go to attacking. Let's retain the possession a little bit more. Oh, 2-2. That's a relief, that is. Even if it was a complete cock-up from a defender. Well, he was trying to tackle Spencer Drury, basically. It was, I guess, a good tackle. It was just one of those unfortunate things where it goes past the keeper and into the back of the net.
Spencer Drury, come on!
Can we win the ball? Come on. Yes, Diaz does well. Spencer Drury, can we? No, we've lost the ball. Drury hit it straight into a defender. And, oh, Jenkinson does well. Oh, here's Uda. Come on, Larry Uda. Uda to win it. Has he won it for us? What a turnaround. Larry comes off the bench and scores his second goal of the season. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Let's just... Now we're going to go and just retain possession. Boom, boom, boom. Let's draw this game out. Excellent turnaround all of a sudden. Spencer Drury with the assist. It's a really good pass from him actually. And Uda applies the finish, something our strikers haven't been able to do all day. But it's a free kick to Shrewsbury, and it's... Oh, what a save! I think it's offside, but it was a fantastic save from Kachar. He's got a 7.3 today. Despite conceding 2 goals, it just shows how important he can be. 2 minutes to hang on. Too many minutes of extra injury time as Jenkinson heads that back into trouble, really. But perhaps we can finish this game off. Palmer can't reach that, though. And the defender can easily mop up. 2 minutes of injury time to hang on here for a really good win. I suppose a draw kind of would be a fair result, but I don't want it. And they fired it wide. They've been the better team on paper. We've had the opportunities, though, to score more than 3 goals. But so have they. So it swings in roundabouts, doesn't it? Still an opportunity. A minute to go, but they've knocked that out of play. Come on, ref, blow the whistle. Blow the whistle, ref. I need a whistle. Wish I had a whistle. I want a whistle now. I feel like a 5-year-old boy, but yeah, I want a whistle. As Kachar calmly picks that up. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Why do we always have to make things difficult for ourselves? We've done so well to come from behind, though, haven't we? With 10 minutes to go. Overload worked. As they come forwards. Looking for a really late equaliser. I don't know why they're not having a shot. There we go. A wild shot at the end of the game. The whistle is blown and we've won 3-2 once again this season. And a man of the match performance from not one of our players. It must have been one of theirs. Stephen Dean did well though. 8.3 from him. His goal was fantastic. Uda came on and made a real difference. Spencer Drury essentially created that second goal. And he definitely got the assist for the third goal. And we're top of the table after 5 games. It's been a bit of a struggle today, but we do go top, having only lost 1 game this season, plus 5 goal difference, 12 points above Brentford, Bradford, Coventry. Wow, that is pretty incredible really after a couple disappointing results. We do need to sort this defence out because it's just leaking too many goals. However, if we can score more goals than the opposition, it really doesn't matter. Thanks for watching today's episode. Please smash that like button. The next video will be in a few games' time, maybe Blackburn and Brentford in fact, because that's a massive clash against 2 teams predicted to finish in the top 6, I think, this season. I will see you very soon.